Hello, this is Mark Angel B. Aparicio. I'm a Year 2 CC student and I will be showing you how I made my Task 1 for web dev. As you can see here, I made my website as close to the wireframe and specifications as possible. The margins, the font family, the font style are to the specifications given to me. Since there is no time to explain every part of my website, I will talk about the notable ones, the most important ones in mind. The first one I'd like to point out is the first thing you can see in the screen, the headers. I managed to fit 3 headers in a column, and that's because I used the column count property. I set it to 3 so that the 3 contents are neatly divided into 3 rows. If I were to disable the property, they would revert back to the default display block. And when I scroll further down, you'll see the images. The way I did it was splitting the 5 images into 2 categories, the main image and the smaller images. For the main image, I set the photo to 50% of its original size, then assigning it a float to the left, while the smaller images are set to 25% of their size, then assign them a float to the right. This ensures that they wrap around each other correctly and fit into nicely to the wireframe. I also did something similar to the author section, with the text having a float property to the left, so that the author image can wrap around the element to the right. Now, let's get into the media queries. We were tasked to make 3 media queries so that the website is responsive throughout several dimensions. We had to have 4 different dimensions in mind, most notably the desktop layout, which is the first layout you see right now, the tablet layout, the large mobile, and the small mobile layout. As you can see, the transition between all of them are seamless. Let's get to the first media query. The first one is for making the website suitable for the tablet layout. It isn't much different to the desktop layout. I'd say that 90% of the layout of desktop and tablet are largely similar, but the main difference are the main photos when you scroll down. As you can see, the first photo that took up 50% of the space is removed in favor of the 4 smaller photos taking its space. Now let's go to the second media query. That's when it starts to diverge from the desktop and tablet layout, since there is less screen real estate to show the contents. The photos are no longer grouped up together and now displayed individually like a standard display block. And same for the final media query, which is the smaller mobile layout. It isn't much different compared to the large mobile layout, but that isn't to say that there is no difference whatsoever. If you notice, the margins and paddings for all of them are much more smaller. That is so that the readability for the website is much more better for the users with a small screen. And that is about all. Thank you for watching.